Hello guys, good morning everyone. Welcome to the session and welcome back to the NIELIT Sunday special. Yes, the weekend special general aptitude session, because as you all know, for this general aptitude in the NIELIT examination, there is a big weightage. Okay, the big weightage, that is 35% only for the general aptitude. So you are studying technical also on the weekdays, right? So 3 days in the week you are having technical classes. One on the weekend we are having this general aptitude session, right? Hi all, good evening. Okay, so in this today's session, we are going to talk about the questions, the practice based on ratio and averages. Okay, dear. Chalo, so let's get moving ahead. Let's get started. This is the introduction that you all know now. Okay, let us, give you an important update that today, yes, that is just 16th April, exactly at 12 p.m. there is a national scholarship test. Yes, if you want to take the next step towards success in GATE and want to enroll under the BYJU'S Exam Prep courses, right? You get an opportunity to get up to 90% scholarships on your program by appearing in this examination. Register now on the app for this mega national scholarship test. Right. Okay. Also, guys, if you want really some good guidance about GATE 24 examination, okay, and especially if you are a beginner, okay, Joshit Singh Sir, okay, MTech from IIT Roorkee, more than 4 years of experience. He is going to come live on this Tuesday, that is 18th April at 7:30 p.m. and he is going to speak about 5 crucial points, okay, for GATE 2024 preparation, especially if you are a beginner, right? Chalo. Also, guys, as we have been telling you that yes, we started Learn with Fun. We started Learn with Fun on 2nd April. Okay, right. Every Sunday, 7 p.m. we are bringing you the sessions which make you learn the GATE with practical concepts, with interesting concepts like skin effect. We have shown you RFID technology. We have shown you, and you can talk about this one. That is the C programming. Today, Satya sir, 7 p.m. Okay, this is what today. Okay, every Sunday you get something. So today, 7 p.m. you get real-time application of programming language. Okay, it's C programming is simple. You must have studied a lot of for GATE, but how it is real-time connected? What are the practical applications? Sir is going to brief you in this particular video. Okay, guys. So let us get started now. Quickly, the first question on your screen here it is. Okay, because ratio and average, everybody knows what is the definition of ratio and average. So we'll focus more on problem and approach. Let us understand. So 3 numbers ABC are in the ratio 12:15:25 and the sum is 3 and 12. What is the ratio of the difference of B and A and the difference of C and B? Okay. Now, guys, the first thing, when ratio of 3 numbers are given, 2 or 3, whatever some ratio is given, the first thing that you should be taking is, what is the A? Is it equal to 12? Of course not. It is equal to any multiple of 12. It may be 12, but in general, it can be any multiple of 12. Similarly, B, I will write it as 15K and C, I will write it as 25K. That is the first thing. Sum of these numbers is 312. What is the ratio of difference between B and A? So see, actually, if you start looking into the final question ratio between the difference and etc., the sum of the numbers may not be required here. Why? Dekhte. Okay, what is the ratio between difference of B and A and the difference of C and B? That is the ratio you want. Okay, so what should be the B? Okay, B is 15K and A is 12K divided by C minus B, that is 25K minus of 15K, right? So that is equal to 3K is divided by 10K, or that is equal to 3 by 10. That is what is the ratio which is known as 3:10. That is the 3:10. It is going to be C. It is going to be C, right? Correct, Deepak. It's going to be C. All right. Hi, good morning, Anji and Sarath. Good morning, all. Okay. So it's going to be option number C. That is 3:10. Okay. Now, suppose if they wanted any particular value, what is A or B or C, then you need the sum. Okay, because when you add this 40, this becomes 40 and 52K. 52K is 312. Then what is the value of K that we can find? But that is only the case if I want any individual number. That is not required here. So the value of sum is not required here. Next question. Okay, now just combining some ratios. Combining some ratio. A is to B and B is to C is given to you. What is the A is to B is to C? If A is to B is 3:4, if B is to C is equal to 5:2, what is A is to B is to C? Okay, so what is a common element in A is to B is to C? The common element is B. The common element is B. Okay, And in the given two ratios also, A is to B, B is to C, B is the common element. Okay? But the ratio part of B in both the ratios is different. One side it is 4, one side it is 5. Can we make that common? If we make it common, we'll be able to write it in one single stretch. Okay, to make it common, we should consider any common multiple of these two numbers. So, what is the common multiple? Better, let's take the lowest common multiple, and that is known as LCM. So, what is the LCM of 4 and 5? The LCM of 4 and 5 is 20. Okay, so now how to multiply? How to multiply this into 20? You have to multiply by 5. Multiply the whole ratio. Okay, multiply the whole ratio. So, this can be written as 3 into 5, that is 15. 4 into 5, that is 20. Similarly, next one. Now, how to convert 5 into 20? So, multiply by 4. Okay, so 5 4s are 20. Multiply the ratio throughout. 2 4s are 8. Okay, now you are able to feel that B is common. Okay, B has that common value of 20. So, if I want to write in one single stretch, what is A is to B is to C. So, A is 15, B 20, C 8. 15 parts of A, 20 parts of B, and 8 parts of C. Clear? That is a simple one. Okay. Next question. Okay. As a regular expected question from ratio is the expenditure, question based on saving, expenditure, question based on ages. We'll come to that also. Okay. The monthly incomes of A and B are in the ratio 5 is to 4. The monthly expenses are in the ratio 19 is to 21, and monthly savings are in the ratio 37 is to 18. If the total annual savings of A and B is 66,000, what is the A's monthly income? What is the A's monthly income? Tell me. Monthly incomes of A and B are in the ratio 5 is to 4, and expenses are in the ratio this is this, savings are in the ratio, everything is given. Okay, so income of A, right, is to income of B. Yeah, let us write down what is the income of A. Okay, 5 is to 4. So income of A can be taken as 5K, income of B can be taken as 4K. Now, similarly, expenses, okay, are in the ratio 19 is to 21. So, expense of A can be 19. Now, don't use K, use any other thing. Suppose L. Don't use the same integer for different ratios. So, here I can use L. Expenditure of B will become 21L. And savings are in the ratio. So, now, let us write down. Savings as, what is the meaning of saving? Something you earn, that is income, and then you spend some part of it for your basic needs. That is the expenditure. The remaining amount becomes your savings, right? The remaining amount becomes your savings. So what should be the saving of A? Income of A 5K minus expenditure of A. What should be the savings of B? That is 4K. Okay, minus 21L, income minus expenditure corresponding to B. If their total annual savings are 66,000, what is A's monthly income? What is the total annual savings? Achha. Now, there are two things given here. Number one, 5, the ratio of savings. The ratio of savings is 37 by 18. So, 5K minus 19L divided by 4K minus 21L, correct? This is given to you as 37 by 18. 37 by 80. That is the ratio of their monthly savings. Okay. That is the ratio of their monthly savings. But their annual savings is also given. Okay. So from this data, now you can actually find out what are the savings itself. Okay. Because there's, देखो क्या बोल सकता हूं यहाँ पे, savings of A is 37 if you want to directly go with the ratio KL, let us say it is M, and savings of B it is 18M. Okay, so what is their total savings? 55M, but this is monthly. What was first given? Monthly. Okay, total savings, monthly savings are in the ratio 37 is to 18. So 55M is their monthly saving. Okay, so if I talk about annual data, annually, what is their combined saving? 55M into 12, and the total annual saving is 66,000. That is the data given to you, no? That is the data already given to you. So from here, what should be the value of M? Let us write down quickly. Let us not spend that much time onto the calculator. Okay. So this is 100. What is the value of M? That is equal to 100. So now I know their individual savings. Okay. Now I know their individual savings. This is equal to 37M, which is equal to 3700. क्योंकि M का value 100 है, right? This is equal to how much? 37 is to 18. 18M, but M is equal to 1800. What is the income of A? Right? What is the A's monthly income? I need the value of 5K. I need the value of 5K. We can get it from here. Okay, we can get it from here. Forget it. This is not required. Okay, I've already solved the value of M. So we have 5K minus 19L is equal to 3700, and 4K minus 21L is equal to 1800. Solve for M and N. Okay, solve for K. So let us take it from here only, na? So this becomes 4K minus 21L. L can be written as 5K minus 3700 is divided by 19. This is total equal to 1800. Okay, so 19 into 4, 76K minus 105K multiplying throughout by 19. Okay, so this becomes plus 21 into 3700, that is 77700 equal to 34200. Okay, 34200. Okay, so out of this 105, 24, 29K will be left, I think, correct? 29K will be equal to 77700 minus 34200. That is 43,500. What is the value of K then? What is the value of K? It is coming out to be 1500. Right. Now the question is, what is the A's monthly income? So A's monthly income is equal to 5K, and that is will be 7,500. What is the A's monthly income? That is going to be 7,500. That is option number B. That is option number B. Okay, sir. Chalo, that's it. So this is of course one expected question here, that is on the what we say expenditure and saving from the ratio. Let's go to the next. What is the next? If 81x, x 256 are in proportion, what is x? Now when numbers are in proportion, when four numbers are in proportion, what does it mean? Okay, proportion represents equality of two ratios. If four numbers are in proportion, we can say that the ratio of first two should be equal to, we write it like this, 81 is to x is same ratio as, x is to 256. Is same as x is to 256. 81 is to x is same as x is to 256. Correct? That is what it is. Okay. The ratios are same. So 81 by x is equal to x by 256. 81 by x is equal to x by 256. So x square is 81 into 256. No need to multiply, directly take the under root x, which will be equal to 9, and then 16, which is 144. So value of x is 144. Okay. A is to B same as C is to D. Then A, B, C, D are in proportion. That is the simple logic. Okay. Next question here. The seats for mathematics, physics and biology in a school are in the ratio 5:7:8. There is a proposal to increase the seats by 40, 50 and 75% respectively. What is the ratio of the increased seats? Initial ratio is given. Okay, what is the new ratio if the respective quantities are increased by 40%, 50%, 75%? So let us start with the mathematics. Okay, mathematics, original seats are 5K, physics 7K and biology 8K as per the initial ratio. Okay, now there is a proposal to increase the seats by 40%. For maths, 40%. So as I told you, 40% increase means 140%. We have discussed that earlier also, na? 140%. 140% in fraction is 1.4. So 1.4 into 5K, this will become 7K. Then to increase the seats 50%, next 50%. Okay, so 50% means the quantity will become 150%. 150% is 1.5 times. 1.5 of 7K. So this is equal to 10.5K. And third, The third increase is 75%. So net quantity 175%, or that is 1.75 times of 8K. Okay, so this should become how much? This will become 14K. Okay. Now what is the new ratio? What is the ratio of this increased seats? The ratio of the increased seats can be written as 7K is to 10.5K is to 14K. Out of which, if you feel 3.5 is common, out of which the 3.5 is common, because ratio means I need to express it in the perfect integers. Okay, so this is 2 into 3.5K. This will be 3 into 3.5K. And this part is 3.5 into 4. 4 into 3.5K. So 3.5K is common to all. So the simplified ratio means we usually write the simplified ratio. That is 2 is to 3 is to 4. Option number A. 2 is to 3 is to 4. Yes, Deepak, correct answer. Divyam, I'll check into it once. Divyam, okay. That is 2 is to 3 is to 4. That is 2 is to 3 is to 4. Correct answer. Let's move ahead to the next. Okay. In a camp, there are meals for 120 men or 200 children. If 150 children have taken their meals, how many men will be catered to the remaining meal? There are meals for 120 men or 200 children. Okay. So meals, it is either for 120 men or for 200 children. Or for 200 children. What is the corresponding ratio? Okay. If I talk about the meal and if I take the ratio, it will be available in the ratio of 120 by 200, or that is cancelled by 40, is 3 by 5. Okay. Men and children. Now, if 150 children have taken their meal, what I am trying to tell you that the ratio of male to children, okay, while having the meal is in 3 by 5. Okay, but 150 children have taken their meals already. Okay, 150 children have taken their meals already. How many men will be catered to with the remaining meal? Think about this. So meal left is corresponding to 50 children. 150 children have taken their meals. Okay, so it's not 150, it is 50. Okay, children left is 50. Okay. 150 have taken, but there is sufficient meal for 200. So how many children are left? 50. Okay, but now those meal will not be had by the children, it will be had by the men. So if there is a meal left for 50 children, how many men can come here? Right? If there was a meal of 200 children, from that 120 men can have, if the children do not want to have. Right now, 50 children do not want to have. So what is the value of x? Very simple. X is equal to 30. 3 by 5 is 30 by 50. Okay, x is equal to 30 men can have the meal. 30 men can have the meal. Option number C. Okay. 30. Correct, Divyam, Deepak, correct. Logical question, basically. Logical question. Next one. Okay. Ratio taking up with some mixing of alloys as well. An alloy contains copper and zinc in the ratio 5 is to 3, and another contains copper and tin. So two different alloys. Okay, it's not alloy of copper and zinc only. Another one is copper and tin, and that contains, that is in the ratio 8 is to 5. If equal weights of the two alloys are melted together to form a third alloy, find the weight of tin per kg in the new alloy. Find the weight of tin per kg in the new alloy. Okay. Think. Okay. If one alloy contains copper and zinc, alloy number 1, that contains copper and zinc in the ratio 5 is to 3. Okay, 5 is to 3. Okay, and equal weights of two alloys are melted. Okay, okay. So equal weight में simple 1 kg assume कर लेते हैं. Let 1 kg of each alloy is mixed. Let 1 kg of each alloy is mixed. Okay. Okay. So how much will be copper in the first alloy? The ratio is 5:3. Okay, so copper is 5/5 plus. आप ऐसा बोल सकते हो ना? Okay, 5:3 is the ratio. So how much is the fraction for copper? Okay, copper will be 5 out of total 5 plus 3 and of 1 kg. So fraction of copper is 5/8. What is the copper? 5/8 of the total weight. Total weight I'm assuming 1 kg of each alloy, right? So that is the fraction. That is what is the fraction. भाई ऐसे ही बोलोगे ना? Suppose two quantities are in the ratio 2:3. So what is the quantity? 2K and 3K. So total is 5K, right? How much is A? 2K upon 5K. 2K upon 5K of total. Okay, that is 2/5 of total. That is 2/5 of total. That is what is A, na? This 2/5 is known as fraction. This 2/5 is known as fraction. Okay, so if there is the ratio A by B is equal to, suppose A by B, right? So A's fraction is known as A upon A plus B. A's fraction is known as A upon A plus B. That is what I have done here. Okay, the copper is 5/5 plus 3 of the total. So that is equal to 5/8 kg. Okay, similarly, if I want to talk about zinc, zinc will be 3 upon total. Total is again 5 plus 3 of 1 kg. So that is equal to 3/8 kg. When you add total 1 kg, you will get. Okay, of course, total will be 1 kg only. Similarly, if I talk about the story of alloy number 2, which doesn't have copper and zinc, but it has copper and tin, that is in the ratio 8/5. So how much will be the copper here? The copper will be 8 upon total ratio part, 8 plus 5 of 1 kg. Okay, so this is equal to 8/13 kg. And similarly, if I talk about tin, tin is going to be 5 upon 8 plus 5 of 1 kg. That is 5/13 kg. Now, if equal weights of the two alloys are melted to form a third alloy, find the weight of tin per kg in the new alloy. Right. Now, if I talk about the new alloy that is obtained by the mixture of alloy 1 and alloy 2. Okay. So, in the new alloy, okay, how much is the copper? How much is the copper? Copper दोनों जगह से आएगा. That is 5/8 plus 8/13. No need to solve it. I'm just telling you what is the configuration. How much is zinc? Zinc is equal to 3/8 kg. And how much is the tin? Tin is equal to 5/13 kg. Okay. Find the weight of tin per kg in the new alloy. Right? Tin per kg. So how much is the tin? 5/13. But this is per 2 kg. New alloy will be total 2 kg in weight because you have mixed 1 kg from each alloy. So if you want to specify the answer of tin, I have total tin, that is 5/13 kg, but that is not per kg, that is per 2 kg because the new alloy is total of 2 kg. So 5/13 kg per 2 kg, right? How much is tin per kg? So divide by 2, 5/26 kg per kg. Per kg of the total. Okay, so what is the weight of tin per kg in the new alloy? That is 5/26. Okay, right. Be careful, don't write down 5/13. That is per 2 kg. So 5/26. Correct? 5/26 is the answer. Yes. C is the very correct answer, right? Check out everybody. Yes, Nishu. Because Anji clearly mentioned, na, equal weights of two alloys are melted. So I have taken 1 kg of each alloy, 1 kg of alloy 1, 1 kg of alloy 2. So when I mix them, of course, automatically the total weight becomes 2 kg. Na? Okay, 1 kg of alloy 1, 1 kg of alloy 2. ठीक है? Chalo, moving ahead to the next then. Yeah, so I told you next category important from ratio is always the problems on ages. The ratio between Sumit's and Prakash's age is at present is 2:3. At present is 2:3. So Sumit upon Prakash is 2/3. Okay. Sumit is 6 years younger than Prakash. Okay. Acha. So that means I can write down Sumit is 2K, Prakash is equal to 3K, and Sumit is 6 years younger. Matlab the difference in the ages. Okay. Prakash is greater, and the difference between Prakash and Sumit age is 6. So that is 3k minus 2k is equal to 6. Directly we are able to get the value of k, which is 6. Okay. Now what is the ratio of Sumit age to the Prakash age after 6 years? Okay, after 6 years. So after 6 years, both will increase, both will grow by 6 years, right? Okay. Okay. So after 6 years, it should be Sumit plus 6 upon Prakash plus 6. So what was the Sumit's current age? 2k plus 6. 2k then plus 6. Prakash current age 3k. Add 6. So that is equal to how much? 2k, that is 12 plus 6, 18. 3k, 3 into 8 plus 6, that is 24. And this ratio is 3 by 4 if you cancel by 6. It is C. Very simple. It is C. No, Nanda Kishore. The meal is left for 30 children. Corresponding to 30 children, okay, how many men can eat? Okay, that we have compared from the ratio. The meal is left for 30 children or 20 men. Like that I will say, na? Sorry, the meal was left for 50 children. Okay, so correspondingly it is left for 30 men. Okay, like 120 men or 200 children, you can directly divide here also. Now, how many children are left? 50. Divide by 4. So that will become 30 men. Okay, I can say that there is a meal for 30 men or 50 children. But if children are not having, who will have the meal? 30 men. So meal is left for 30 men. Clear? That is what it is. So it is 30 only. No problem there. Chalo. Yeah, so that was a very fundamental question of ages. Moving to the next. The ratio of ages. The ratio of ages of father and son at present is 12:5. Okay, again at present it is given. The difference of their age is 28. A pretty similar question. Okay, so let's say father age directly 12k and son's age is equal to 5k as per the ratio. The difference of their ages, that is 12k minus 5k, is 28. So 7k is 28 and here again you get the value of k, which is 4. What is the ratio of their ages after 8 years? So after 8 years, the age of father, just a moment, okay, the age of father currently is 12k. After 8 years, he will grow by 12, he'll go by 8. And similarly, the son's age is 5k, but he will also grow by 8. Okay, what is the value of k? K is 4, so 12 4s are 48 plus 8, 56, divided by 5 4s are 20, and then plus 8, and it is cancelled by 2. So 2 by 1. So ratio is C, 2:1. Correct answer is 2:1. That's it. Okay, 2:1. Moving ahead to the next question here. Okay, now it's a good question. It is not directly on ratio. Okay, it is a problem on ages. Okay, but a pretty logical understanding question. It's just like a comprehension question. Okay, that was there once in the NIELIT examination. Let's go through this. A professor passed 1/6 of his life in childhood, 1/12 in youth, and 1/7 more as a bachelor. Right. 5 years after his marriage, a son was born who died 4 years before his father at half his final age. Then what is the age of professor? What is the age of professor? A professor passed 1/6 of his life. Let's make this cycle. A professor passed 1/6 of his life, okay, in childhood. Okay, so let the age be, say X. Okay, so 1/6 in childhood. Okay, so suppose this is where he was born. Okay, out of which X by 6. Okay, let the age of professor equal to X. Okay, 1/6 was in childhood. Then 1/12 in youth and 1/7 as bachelor. 1/12 in youth. X by 12, that should be youth. X by 7 as bachelor. Then आगे क्या बोला है? 5 years after his marriage. Now as a bachelor, मतलब after, till this point he's a bachelor. Bachelorship ending means he's getting married. He's getting married. So he is getting married here. The marriage is here, of course. The marriage is here. Okay. 5 years after his marriage, a son was born. 5 years after his marriage. Okay. 5 years after his marriage, the son was born. Okay. Who died 4 years before his father? Okay. Who died 4 years before his father? Okay. So, I don't know how much is this, but 4 years before his father. This is going to be X. Okay. This is total X where the father died. Father age मैंने X लिया है ना? Okay. 4 years ago, the son died. 4 years ago, son died. Okay. Okay, who died 4 years before his father at half his final age? Okay, at half his final age. So, age of son should be half of the final age of the father. What is the age of the son? What is the age of the son? Okay. So, what should be this? This is total X now. Okay, so this point will be X minus 4 if this is X. Okay. So, what is the son's age? He died at X minus 4. He was born at X by 6 plus X by 7 plus X by 12 plus 5. This plus 5, after this he was born. Difference when he was born and then he died is the age of the son. This should be equal to half of the final age of the father, half of X. What is the value of X? What is the value of X? That's what, it's a good question. Okay, a good question है आपके सामने. So let us just now solve the numbers. X minus 4, okay, minus, so 6, 7 and 12. The LCM would become 84. Correct, 12, 7, 84 and 6 is also divisible. Correct. Okay, so this is so this will become 12 plus, this is going to be, no, so, chalo, so let us get started now. So this will be 14, okay, because that is what is cancelled as 6, and 84 by 7, that should be the 12. 84 by 12, that is going to be 7. This much of X, okay, is equal to X by 2. Acha, minus 5 here, sorry. Then minus of 5. This is total X by 2. This is total X by 2. Okay, so let's just see how much is the numbers coming up. X minus 4 and minus 5, minus 9 likh denge. This is 26 and 33. Minus 33x upon 84 minus 9 is equal to X by 2. Right, bringing X on the left side only. The X minus X by 2 will be X by 2 minus 33 by 84 X is equal to 9. Okay, again taking on the LCM of 84, this will become how much? 42, right? Minus 33 X is equal to 9. Yeah, here I get, this is 9X cancelled with 9. Okay, X is equal to 84. X is equal to 84. X is equal to 84. That is option. Now one easy guess. A professor passed 1/6 of life, 1/12 in youth, and 1/7. Okay, so whatever is the number, looks like that number should be divisible by 6, divisible by 12, and divisible by 7. Okay, so whatever is the age, it should be a common multiple, right? Not LCM, but it has to be some common multiple of, not necessary LCM, but it has to be some common multiple of, okay, 6 and then 12 and then 7. Okay, and that is what is here. That is what is here. That way also you can think about the problem. Only 84 is a number commonly divisible by 6 and 12 and 7. But this is the complete flow. This was a good question of ages. This is not based on ratio, but since we were discussing ages problem, so I took this in the flow. This is just like a good reading comprehension question where you have to understand the question and then put it into arithmetic. Chalo, let's move to the next case then. Okay, a question based on average here. Okay, equation Anji is written as the sun's age. Okay, and what is the sun's age? The difference here. Okay, this is the sun's age. The year he died and the year he was born. उन दोनों के बीच का difference ही होगा ना age. Okay, and when he died, x minus 4, and when he was born, start from the beginning. X by 6 plus x by 12 plus x by 7 plus 5. This is where he was born. Okay, when he died 4 years before his father, so that is x minus 4. ठीक है, करेक्ट. नहीं, x plus 5 कैसे होगा अंजी? That is, x is the age of the father only. Whatever activities are given with respect to the age of the father or before that. Chalo, now let's come to the next. In a cricket 11, the average of 11 players is 28. Out of these, the average age of 3 groups of 3 players each are 25, 28, 30. Okay, right. If in these groups the captain and youngest player are not included and the captain is 11 years older than the youngest player, what is the age of the captain? What is the age of the captain? So it's a good question based on averages. Okay, because you know, whenever there is an average question, what is the most common formula that is going to be useful for you is, we all know that average is given by sum of observation divided by total number of observation, right? So always remember, this is going to be the main area that is going to be used in the question. Sum is going to be average is multiplied by total number of the observations. Total number of the observations. ठीक है. Chalo, so let us see how much it is. Okay. So no, in a cricket 11, the average of 11 players. Okay, तो सबसे पहला जो data that is average of 11 players. Okay, so sum of ages of what? Sum of ages of 11 players should be equal to the average, which is given to you as 28, into total number of observation, which is 11, because I'm talking about age of 11 players. Okay, so this becomes 280 plus 28, 308. Correct. This is directly given to me. Okay. Now let's say these 11 players are categorized into 3 groups of 3 players plus captain plus youngest. Okay. So let us say these 11 players are categorized into group 1, that is player 1, player 2, player 3. Okay. Group 2, player 4, player 5, player 6, and there is another group 3 that has player 7, player 8, player 9. Right. And then there is the captain. Right. If the captain and the youngest player, there is something who is known as the captain and youngest player, that is not in the group. So इनको separately ले लेंगे. Okay. Now what is given? Of these, the average ages of 3 groups of 3 players each are 25, 28, and 30. So let's say the first average is 25 of the first group. Right. Let me check it up if there is any voice issue. I'll just rectify it right now only. Arey bhai. Hello. Hello. It's fine, na? Maybe small distortion is there. I'll just check it out. Hello. ठीक है. Now let's check it out once. Okay. So जो first group है ना, the average is 28. Okay. So what is the sum here? The sum is average into total number of players. What is the sum of ages of next 3 players? Average 28. 28 into total there are 3 players. Okay, and similarly, sum of the next three players should be equal to the next average into total observation, that is 3. Next क्या बोल रहा है? Okay, not included, and 11, the captain is 11 years older than the youngest player. Okay, let's say इसका age y है, right? So captain's age is y plus 11. 11 years older ना? 11 years older. Okay. What is the age of the captain? What is the age of the captain? Captain is 11 years older than youngest. Okay. Okay. So how much is the youngest player? That will be C minus 11. Okay. So let's write down that 25 into 3, sum of the first 3 players plus sum of the next 3 players plus sum of the next 3 players plus the age of captain plus the age of youngest, which is C minus 11. ठीक है ना? This should be total equal to 308. Because the total age of 11 players is 308, already known to us. Already known. Morning, Sanjay. Okay. So, how much is this? 75 plus the 84 plus the 90 plus 2C minus 11 is 308. Is 308. Let's solve it from here directly and let's write down the answer, guys. Calculations up to you. You can deal with it. Yeah, it is going to be 35 years. After solving, we get captain as 35 years. 35 years, right? Why is the issue coming here? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, guys, I think it looks good now. Let us continue. Okay. So this was a decent question based on ages, but mostly it is using the concept of averages. Okay, sum is average into total number of observations. A good question. Let's go to another question, again focusing on average. Okay, with ages. In a group of 7 people, the average age is found to be 17 years. Okay, 7 more people joined with an average age 19 years. One person left the group whose age was 25 years. What is the new average age of the group? What is the new average age of the group? In a group of 7 people, the average age is found to be 17. So what is the first data? Sum of the ages of 7 people. If I start from the beginning, the sum is given by average into total number of people. That will become 89. Sorry, that will become 119. Okay. 2 more people joined the group with an average age 19 years and 1 person left the group whose age was 25. What is the new average of the group? So 2 more people joined. 2 more people joined with an average age of 19 years. Okay. So second statement aayega. Sum of the ages of 9 people now, because 2 more people joined, na? That should be how much? Already it is 119. Okay. But 2 more people joined and the average of those 2 were 19. Those 2 were 19. So what is the sum of those 2? 19 to 38. Okay. This much it is. Calculation बाद में करते हैं. ठीक है. Then one person left in the group whose age was 25. Acha. Now third, I will write down sum of the ages of the 8 people, because one person left na. Okay. So what will be the sum? 119 plus 19 into 2 minus 25. The person who left, his age is directly given. That is 25. So what is the final sum now? 132. 132. What is the new average of the group? So the new average of the group is equal to the sum of the ages, okay, divided by total observation. Total, we are talking about how many people? We are talking about the 8 people. Okay, we are talking about the 8 people. Okay, so it is 16 and a half. The new average age is option number B, 16.5 years. That is what you are feeling with respect to the questions of averages. Just a second. With respect to any question of average, what do you feel is that you have to just focus on one thing, that is sum of the quantities. That is the sum of the quantity. On one thing, that sum of the quantities. ठीक है? Sum of the quantities. ठीक है. चलो. Let us move ahead to the next. Okay, again a question on average and ages, but a simple one only. Okay, the average of husband and wife was 23 years at the time of their marriage. At the time of their marriage. Okay, so the average was 23. So the age of husband plus wife was 23 into 2, the combined age. Okay, at the time of marriage. After 5 years, they have a 1-year-old child. Okay, now next story I want to write is after 5 years. Okay, what is the average age of the family? So average age, ध्यान देना, is simply equal to sum of ages divided by 3, divided by total observations. Average age इसका बोला है of the family, not of husband and wife now, of the family. ठीक है, so this is going to be equal to sum of ages. So husband plus wife, okay, plus the husband and wife average, yeah, sum is given 5 years ago. Now when you come to this time, that is 5 years later, both of them will grow by 5 years. Both of them will grow by 5 years, or I can write it like this. Okay, husband plus 5, wife plus 5, and the age of the son. Total divided by how many observations? 3 observations. Okay, now husband plus wife is given to me. 23 2s are 46. Husband plus wife is 46. Plus 5, and plus what is the age of the son? They have a 1-year-old child. They have a 1-year-old child. It's not given to be son. Okay, so it's child. Okay, so they have a 1-year-old child whose age is equal to 1. Okay, and then divide by 3. So it is 57 by 3, 29 years. (57 divided by 3), sorry, 19 years. That is D. That is D. Correct? Again, a fundamental question using the concept of average, mixing it with ages. Mixing it with ages. All right, guys. So stay tuned to the channel to attend all such sessions, and even the Learn with Fun coming up. Achha, I'll tell you the password also for today. Let's say the password for today is age. The password for today, I'll share you the today's PDF, all questions and solutions that we have discussed in my Telegram group, but the PDF will be password protected, and the password is going to be age. Simple password, AGE, everything in small, AGE. Okay. Also, guys, I've been updating you that from 2nd April, okay, we have started the Learn with Fun, like you have seen RFID technology video, skin effect video. Today, you are going to see one video where Satya Sir is going to explain you real-time application of programming languages. Okay, so, you know, it's interesting for every branch, because what are the real-time applications, maybe even of programming, you'll just learn and understand here how interesting engineering is, how motivated you should be for GATE examination. That is the intent. So today at 7 p.m. This is tonight at 7 p.m. Okay, every Sunday at 7 p.m. the sessions will keep coming for you. Okay, right. And guys, so those who have qualified ESE prelims, there is the ESE mains conventional practice course going on from 3rd April, where you get live conventional practice classes, conventional practice test evaluation by the expert faculties, and also the live doubt sessions. Okay, and the success saga, okay, of BYJU'S Exam Prep students in the GATE continues. So GATE 2023, 13 students under rank 10, 62 under rank 50, and 107 students under rank 100. I just hope and pray that you are also one among them, like, you know, getting ranks 1, 4, 5, etc., etc., etc. Okay, that's it from my side, guys. See you in the next weekend NIELIT special weekend aptitude practice session. Okay, bye-bye. Thank you. Stay safe and take care. And do not forget to subscribe the channel if you want to attend all such sessions without a miss.